It never fails that when you want to launch something for yourself, it seems like there's no time, even though you seem to have time for your kids, for your clients, for your customers. But when it comes to your stuff, it just falls to the back burner. So here are four hidden areas in your schedule and in your day where you can build your launch. Number one, I know it's cliche, but in the early morning. Maybe for a little bit of a time, you should actually make your morning routine your afternoon routine and instead put that high powered brain work of building your launch first thing in the morning. I know when I was writing a book, I did this. Instead of getting up, showering, walking, all that kind of stuff, making the smoothie, I got up and I wrote a chapter in a book. And then I did that stuff later because you know what? It doesn't take all your brain power to make a smoothie and it doesn't take all your brain power to work out, but it does take all your brain power to write a book. And so I switched things around temporarily. So that is number one. Number two, when you are in wasted time. So things like waiting in line at school drop off. There is so much you can brainstorm and write down if you have a notebook with you or you have your phone with you where you can do voice memos and you can start to brainstorm content, ideas, headlines, hooks. There's a lot of wasted time in the day. It may not feel like the most productive time, but you can get stuff done in those periods. The third place that you can find time to work on your launch is late at night. For some people, this is tricky. So you want to pick maybe just one night a week where you maybe sleep in more or you take an afternoon nap or you do something where you know you're going to get that uninterrupted time. And I think that's the most important part is like, where is uninterrupted hours? And for a lot of us, it's not till at night. So let's say it's 10 to midnight and it's your late night session. You want to set yourself up for success for this. So you want to know exactly what has to be accomplished. You want to make sure your notifications are turned off and you want to make sure you're as rested as possible so that you can actually get that work session done. Better to have once a week late night session than to do it every single night and completely burn yourself out. And the last place where you can actually find time is during Netflix. I know we all love to binge Netflix shows. They are amazing, but you know what? Maybe for a season, instead of watching those super complicated plot shows, you can watch something that doesn't really take a lot of brain power. You know, baking shows, flower shows, just the easy stuff where you can actually be sitting down at your computer and writing some copy or doing some design work while listening to Netflix in the background. It's not going to be your most productive time, but you'll find that if you associate a habit of like, oh, I'm watching this baking show and I'm going to work on my sales page, you're going to find that those little time periods add up to get you to your finish line.